Welcome to Fluency Game. In this video, you will practice English with travel sentences. Pay attention to the highlighted words and verbs. They are essential for travel. Repeat after me and at the end, write 10 words you learned in the comments so you never forget them. Let's start. I open my suitcase on the bed. I fold my clothes and put them inside. I pack shoes, shirts, and pants. I check my passport on the table. I close the suitcase and lock it. I wake up early in the morning. I eat a small breakfast at home. I check my flight ticket on my phone. I take a shower and get dressed. I call a taxi to the airport. The taxi arrives in front of my house. I put the suitcase in the car. I sit in the back seat. The driver asks me about the flight. We drive fast to the airport. I arrive at the airport gate. I take my suitcase from the taxi. I pay the driver with my card. I walk inside the big terminal. I look for the check-in counter. I stand in line with other people. The staff asks for my passport. I give her my ticket and passport. She gives me a boarding pass. I put my suitcase on the belt. I take off my shoes and jacket. I put my bag in a plastic tray. The guard checks my passport again. I walk through the scanner machine. I take my things and keep walking. I find a seat near the gate. I look at the big screen for my flight. I drink a bottle of water. I send a message to my family. I wait quietly for boarding time. The staff calls my flight number. I show my boarding pass at the gate. I walk through the tunnel to the plane. A flight attendant says, "Welcome." I find my seat by the window. I put my bag in the overhead bin. I sit down and fasten my seatbelt. I look outside the window. Other passengers sit around me. The pilot speaks on the speaker. The plane starts to move slowly. It goes fast on the runway. The plane goes up into the sky. I feel excited and a little nervous. I look down and see the city. I listen to music with headphones. I read a book in my seat. A flight attendant gives me water. I eat a small snack on the plane. I close my eyes to rest. A passenger says hello to me. We talk about our trips. He is going to the same country. We laugh about the long flight. Then we both watch a movie. The attendant asks, "Chicken or pasta?" I choose pasta with salad. I drink juice with the meal. The food tastes good and warm. I put the tray back when finished. I put a blanket on my legs. I close the window shade. I put on my neck pillow. I close my eyes and sleep. The flight is long and quiet. The plane lands with a bump. People clap and smile. I take my bag from the bin. We walk out of the plane. I follow the signs to passport control. I wait in line with my passport. The officer asks me questions. I say I am here for vacation. He stamps my passport. I walk to the baggage claim. I wait near the moving belt. Many suitcases go around. I see my black suitcase. I pull it off the belt. I check the tag to be sure. I push my suitcase outside. I look for a taxi stand. I tell the driver my hotel name. He puts the suitcase in the trunk. We drive into the new city. I arrive at the hotel lobby. I give my passport to the receptionist. She gives me a room key card. I take the elevator to my floor. I open the door to my room. I put my suitcase in the corner. I take a shower after the trip. I lie down on the bed. I call my family to say hello. I sleep early after the long day. I wake up early in my hotel room. I go down to the restaurant. I eat bread, eggs, and fruit. I drink coffee with milk. I feel ready for the day. I take a map from the lobby. I walk on the busy streets. I see shops and tall buildings. I stop to take some photos. The city feels new and exciting. I buy a ticket from the machine. I get on the bus with other people. I sit by the window. The driver stops at many stations. I get off near the museum. I buy a ticket at the entrance. I see paintings and sculptures. A guide explains the history. I take pictures of the art. I buy a postcard in the shop. I enter a small restaurant. I read the menu slowly. I order chicken and rice. The waiter brings my food. I enjoy the meal and pay. I go inside a clothing store. I try on a new jacket. I look in the mirror. The jacket fits me well. I buy it with my card. I walk inside a green park. Children play with a ball. I sit on a bench to rest. I drink water from a bottle. I watch the birds in the trees. I talk to a man at the park. He asks me where I am from. I tell him about my city. We share stories about travel. He gives me tips about good places. I sit at a table near the street. I order pasta with a drink. The food smells very good. I write notes in my journal. I pay the bill and leave. I walk back to my hotel. I take the elevator upstairs. I put my shopping bag on the chair. I take a shower before bed. I sleep with a smile on my face. I buy a ticket for a tour. A bus takes us outside the city. I see mountains and rivers. We stop to take photos. The view is beautiful and quiet. The guide shows us a local restaurant. I order a special dish. The food has new flavors. I drink tea with the meal. I enjoy trying something different. I walk into a small shop. I look at magnets and t-shirts. I buy gifts for my family. The shopkeeper smiles at me. I put the gifts in my bag. I go to the train station. I buy a ticket from the counter. I wait for my train on the platform. The train arrives with many people. I get on and find a seat. The city lights are bright. I walk near the river. Many people sit in cafes. I take photos of the bridge. The night feels calm and safe. I meet two travelers at the hotel. We talk about our countries. They invite me for dinner. We eat together and laugh. I feel happy with new friends. I wake up and pack my bag. I check the room one last time. I leave the key at the desk. I say goodbye to the receptionist. I take a taxi to the airport. I stand in line for check-in. I show my passport and ticket. I put my suitcase on the belt. The staff gives me a boarding pass. I walk to the security gate. I sit in my seat on the plane. The flight takes many hours. I eat dinner and watch a movie. I sleep with my blanket. The plane lands in my country. I take my suitcase from the belt. I go outside to find a taxi. The taxi drives me back home. I open the door and smile. I feel happy after my trip.